Welcome! You're about to hear Leo and Maya talking about their hometowns. Just listen and enjoy the flow of natural English. Here we go.
Hey Maya, we have been friends for, what, 3 months now? And actually, I realized today, I don't really know where you are from. Like, tell me about your hometown.
Oh, my hometown. To be honest, it's a very small place. It's a city, well, more like a tiny town, near the mountains.
Wow, near the mountains? That sounds beautiful.
It is. It's very peaceful. In my hometown, there are many trees and rivers.
That sounds very relaxing. My hometown is the opposite.
Opposite? Really?
Yeah, it's a huge, busy city. You know, tall glass buildings, skyscrapers, and lights everywhere.
You're kidding. Didn't the lights make it hard to sleep? I mean, in my town, it was so dark you could see thousands of stars.
Actually, you just get used to it. The city is always alive. Even at 11 p.m., you see people walking and talking. But, let me ask you, what was it like growing up there?
Well, it was a very small community. That was the funny part, and the dangerous part.
Really? Why dangerous?
Because if you do something embarrassing, everyone knows. You cannot hide anything from the neighbors.
Oh, I see. In a big city, it's different. You can walk for an hour and not see anyone you know.
That sounds lonely.
Sometimes, yes, but it's also exciting. I mean, we had these amazing music festivals right in the street. You know, with bands playing loud music and people dancing everywhere, and we had movies on big outdoor screens too.
Wow, music in the street? That sounds, well, it sounds like a dream. In my town, the only music was the wind in the trees.
I see what you mean. It was very loud, but it gave me so much energy. But, tell me more about your childhood. What did you do outside?
I spent a lot of time outside, in nature. I climbed trees and walked near the river. It was a very free childhood.
Wow, I played soccer with my friends, but we played, in the street.
In the street? Was that safe?
Not really, but we were careful. There was a lot of traffic. Sometimes it took an hour just to travel a short distance.
That sounds stressful. I preferred the birds singing in the morning.
I see what you mean, but Maya, the food in my hometown was amazing.
Oh, really? What was famous there?
Street food. You could find food everywhere. My favorite was fried rice from a small street shop. Sometimes the small shops make the best food, right?
Absolutely. My hometown is famous for homemade noodles. They are so fresh and soft. My grandmother used to make them, every Sunday.
That sounds delicious. Now I'm getting hungry.
Me too, for those homemade noodles. Tell me, do you have any funny memories?
Well, when I was young, I tried to cook for my family.
Uh-huh.
I added too much salt to the soup. It was terrible.
Oh no! What did they say?
They said, "It's interesting."
That is a very polite way to say bad.
What about you? Any accidents?
Actually, yes. One time, I tried to ride a bicycle without practice.
That sounds dangerous.
It was! I rode straight into a tree. My friends laughed for 10 minutes.
Oh no! Did you get hurt?
Only my pride.
I see. Anyway, do you visit your hometown often?
I try to go once or twice a year. I like seeing my family and old friends. It feels, warm and comfortable.
Right. Like going home.
Exactly. But Leo, let me ask you. Do you prefer your hometown or this city now?
That is a difficult question. My hometown is exciting, but this city has more opportunities.
I agree. My town is peaceful, but I like being here for my studies.
Me too. You know, it's funny talking about all this.
Yeah, it really is. Hey, one more thing. You mentioned the noise in the city. I mean, does it ever get quiet?
Basically, no. Even at night, you can hear cars and buses. It is exciting, but also tiring.
I understand. For me, silence was well, normal. But sometimes it was too quiet.
Too quiet? How?
After 7 p.m., the shops closed. The streets became empty. As a teenager, I wished for more, excitement.
I see what you mean. It's funny, isn't it? We both wanted the opposite of what we had.
Exactly. I wanted your music festivals, and you wanted my stars.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. Every city kind of has its own smell, right? Like you walk around and it just feels different, you know? So, what does your hometown smell like?
Let me see. In the morning, it smells like fresh coffee and fresh rain. It feels very clean. What about your city?
Oh, my city smells like everything. Walking down the street is like walking through a market. You smell grilled meat, fresh bread, and, spices.
Wow, I can almost smell that. You know, I miss the shopkeeper in my town.
The shopkeeper?
Yeah, he remembered my name. He asked about my family every time I bought bread.
That sounds very warm. In the city, everything is very quick. You just pay and leave. It's not very personal.
Anyway, the best thing about any hometown is the memories, right?
Definitely. Whether it's tall buildings or mountains, you always remember it.
Well said, Leo. Well said.
So, Maya, I was just looking at this photo of a new skyscraper they built in my city center. It made me wonder, has your town changed a lot since you were a child?
Well, yes and no. I mean, the mountains and the river are still there, obviously. But, they did build a new fountain in the town center last year. It has these colorful lights that change at night.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
It is. Actually, the kids love it. They play near the water all day during the summer. To be honest, I prefer the old quiet square, but progress is, well, it's okay, I guess. What about your city? Is it very different now?
Oh boy, my city changes every single week. There is always construction. They just built a huge glass library near the university. It shines like a diamond in the sun.
You're kidding. A glass library? That sounds so modern.
Yeah, it really is. They also added a sky train that goes above the streets. It's very fast and quiet. It connects the city to the sea and the big parks.
I see. We don't have trains. We only have one long, winding road that connects us to the next city. People mostly ride bicycles or just walk to the bakery.
Right. Actually, speaking of visitors, if I came to your town for a weekend, what are some places I should definitely visit?
Let me see. You should definitely visit the river in the morning. If you are very quiet, you can hear the birds singing. It sounds like a movie. And at night, you must go to the field behind the school to look at the stars.
The stars?
Yes! Because there are no big city lights, the sky is dark and you can see thousands of stars. Sometimes you can even see the Milky Way.
That sounds magical. In my hometown, visitors usually go to the big market on Saturdays. It's so crowded, but you can buy anything. Fresh flowers, hot bread, or even handmade clothes.
Uh-huh. I love a good market. Is it safe to walk around there?
Basically, yes, but you have to be careful at the crosswalks. The cars and buses move very fast. You have to wait for the little beep beep sound before you walk.
I understand. In my town, it's so safe that I didn't even have a lock on my bicycle when I was a teenager. I would just leave it outside the shop and go in.
Wow, I'm jealous. If I did that in the city, my bike would be gone in 5 minutes.
Anyway, let me ask you about your neighbors. Do you know the people who live next door to you in those big buildings?
To tell you the truth, not really. I see them in the elevator sometimes, and we say hi or talk about the weather, but that's it. It's not very personal.
That's so strange to me. In my town, even the people at the local shops know your name, your family, and what you like.
Really?
Yeah. If I forget my money, they just say, "Don't worry, Maya, pay me tomorrow." People in my town know each other well. If someone has a problem, like a flat tire, others help immediately.
I see what you mean. In the city, everyone is in a rush. We just tap our cards at the cashier and leave without speaking. It's efficient, but, maybe a bit lonely sometimes.
By the way, what about the weather? Does the weather in the city affect how you feel?
Definitely. In the summer, the city is, hot. The tall buildings hold the heat, and there is no wind. Sometimes it feels like living in an oven.
Oh no, that sounds terrible.
It is. Everyone gets a bit angry and stressed when it's too hot and the buses are crowded. What about the mountains?
Oh, the air is always fresh and cool. Even in the summer, you need a light jacket at night. When it rains, the whole town smells like pine trees and fresh earth. It makes me feel very peaceful.
I see. You know, talking about this makes me miss my favorite room in my parents' house. It had a huge window where I could see the city lights at night.
My favorite was my bedroom because it was so quiet. I could just hear the wind in the trees.
Actually, Maya, I have a question. I mean, do you think you will move back there when you are older?
That is a difficult question. I love the peace, but I like the opportunities here in the city. Maybe I will have a small house there for vacations. What about you?
I think I will always be a city person. I need the energy. But, I would like to visit your peaceful mountain town someday.
You're welcome anytime. But be careful. Everyone will know you are there by lunchtime.
I'll remember that. Anyway, I should go. I have a class at the university in 20 minutes.
Right, me too. Let's go!
Now it's your turn. Think about your hometown and try to talk about it. The more you practice speaking, the more natural it will feel. It doesn't matter if it's a small village or a busy city. It's your experience, your story.